We're talking with Bud CESENA, who is, of course, one of our current county commissioners who is running for re-election. Bud, you have been on the county commission now for 4 years. What things that have happened during that 4 years are you proudest of?
Well, I'm pretty proud of the new courthouse. I think it's a wonderful building. Came in a lot under budget, several $1 million under budget. That coming in under budget allowed us to consolidate several other loans. It's going to save the county over $300,000 in interest payments on other loans. I'm really proud of the Chromebooks that we got for the kids, so that the one-on-one plan for the school system. Proud that we have funded the schools as we have. Especially proud of the Sheriff's Department and what we've done for them. New equipment, new vests, new firearms, new training opportunities for them. And generally, I'm real proud to have gone around all over the county, visiting with people and being accessible to them.
Probably the thing that most people have been talking about recently is development.
Yes. So it's best to note that since 2018, this county commission, Milton and I, as well as the other three, have not approved any new developments other than the Ranger Island development, and that was at the dead end, at the end of that road, and that was kind of a wash between the trailers that were down there and the mobile homes that were down there and the new development itself. But because it was displacing some people, I still voted no on that. And I'm going to continue voting and no on new development, new housing development. I think industry is terribly important, but new housing development right now is, in my opinion, putting up a lot of new apartments and new homes past what has already been approved in past years that we can't do anything about is probably not in the best interest of the county right now.
What, if anything, can the commissioners do about the road situation? We've obviously heard people complain about traffic over and over and over again.
Well, the commissioners have very limited availability of making anything happen with the roads. Now, we did contact Representative Sane about Unity Church Road and Triangle intersection, and he provided us with funding so that when the beach comes online, that intersection will have been changed, supposedly. We'll have to wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. But the money is there. It's just a matter of NCDOT utilizing those funds. Now, we did use some of the money that we had in a traffic fund for St. James Elementary and for Catawba Springs Elementary, and getting the cars off of the street so they're not, and into a serpentine pattern on the school grounds. And so that's going to get folks off the street and into the school grounds, so to help eliminate some of that traffic. But we are fairly limited as what we can do and what NCDOT tells us we can do. Some people would like us to kind of bribe NCDOT, I suppose you'd say, with funding, but we don't have the money that Mecklenburg County does or Gaston County does to try and get our projects up front. What we do have is a passionate folks in the Senate, Ted Alexander and Jason Sane in the House of Representatives, who are willing to assist us with funding on projects that they will bring to light.
Probably the most important question of all to ask is, why, when I go to the polls, should I mark your name as one of my choices for county commissioner?
Well, one of the reasons, I think, is because I'm accessible, and if you call me, I will get things done. I get phone calls and emails, and I do my very best to get back to folks on a very timely basis, usually within an hour or so once I get the answer. Now, if I get an email that says, "What about this?" well, then I'll contact all the correct people, and then I will get back to that person, or have, say, Andrew or Josh or a staff member, get back to them with an answer so that they don't get third-hand information. I think that's one of my strongest points. But the other is that I'm very fiscally conservative. And I firmly believe that we should spend as little money as possible. And I have not voted for any tax increases in this county because I think that's a hardship for folks. If we can help it, we're not going to do it again this year. We're not going to increase taxes again this year. So I'm pretty pleased about that.
One thing that a lot of people have been concerned about is, of course, and it's required by state law at least every 8 years, but most counties, including Lincoln, do it every 4 years, is revaluation. And obviously, there is no doubt that property values countywide have gone up. Some parts of the county, obviously, much more than others. How will that affect taxes?
Well, as the reevaluation goes, many places we're going to go up 20 to 30% in today's market. And my position is going to be, and has been in the past, to be revenue neutral, so that if you've got a $500,000 home, or if you've got a $40,000 home, you're paying a certain number of taxes today. Well, then we need to reduce our tax number from 61 cents down to 40 cents or whatever it takes to make that tax neutral, as opposed to leaving it at 61 and everybody paying a whole lot more money in taxes. So that's my goal.